You hear me?
You gotta keep going with that pressure, and when you get in, you just gotta keep punching.
Okay, running right up the middle. Okay? But I want you to get him out of there. That's it. That's it. Okay, baby.
By CompuBox estimate, Floyd Mayweather threw only 40 punches in the 11th round, landing 10. Carlos Hernandez, 19 out of 67. Depending on the predisposition of the scorers who are judging the fight, that was a round that could have been given to Hernandez. Harold, how do you have it scored so far? And is this a tough enough fight to score that Floyd's people should be nervous about it?
No, Jim, not at all. I think that Floyd Mayweather was easily outboxing him. 9 rounds to 2, 107-101. Floyd Mayweather Jr. Jim, Carlos Hernandez gets inside, but doesn't land enough punches. I mean, his punches are wide, they're being blocked, they're on the legs. Floyd Mayweather still landing the cleanest shots with one hand. I mean, in truth, he is punching with 2 hands, but, you know, one of them's hurt. Landing the cleanest shots.
All right, so Harold Letterman sees Floyd as being comfortably clear of Hernandez. Roughhousing stuff. And an elbowing penalty, deduction of a point against Hernandez.
Blocks.
So Mayweather gets back the point he lost when he went down earlier in the fight and provided Hernandez with a knockdown.
That referee is not a good referee at all. He seemed to be pushing Mayweather around, talking in his ear during a boxing match. I don't know where they got that guy, but they should send him back.
Stop.
His name is Dale Grable, George. He speaks very highly of you.
Just cut it off.
I'm not going to speak highly of him on the referee job he's doing tonight.
And you heard Michael Buffer say that he'd been a referee in what, 37 or 38 World Championship fights?
I think he said this is his 27th.
Something like that.
Mayweather must have swore at his mom or something. Something's going wrong.
I like the word you used earlier, grumpy. He is grumpy.
Yeah, but you can't be grumpy and then making errors the way he's doing tonight when a championship is on the line.
Well, Pretty Boy hasn't looked very pretty tonight, but certainly good enough for a successful defense of his title.
Maybe not pretty, but gutty, resourceful, determined. He's shown a lot of championship qualities in there tonight.
Sometimes a champion's going to have to go through this and find a way to get through it, and he has.
Well, he's fighting, and he has all the advantage, the height, the weight, the reach. He's not a good fighter when these things happen for him. He has to be on the opposite end of it.
You made that point at the beginning of the fight, and it certainly has panned out, George.
In hindsight, Corrales was just too easy to hit in his stand-up, walk-forward style, while Hernandez is just roughing him up, getting inside, making it ugly, but hanging in there.
The equivalent would be a pitcher who has blisters and therefore can't throw his good curve or fastball, but somehow finds a way to get the batters out. Floyd Mayweather continued to get the batters out. Undefeated, baby. Prophetic words from George Foreman at the very beginning of the evening when he said, just get the win, worry about the glory some other time. Tonight, Floyd Mayweather was not in a position to care about glory. He had to just get the win.
You know, what's so confusing about this, Jim and George, is if they knew that he had a damaged hand going in, why would he go out there and try to end the fight throwing punches when you're bound to land your hands on the other guy's head, elbows from time to time? When I speak to him, we'll have to see what he says.
If he wins, huh?
George, he's in Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's his hometown. He's the undefeated champion. Not too many ifs here.
And you saw Mayweather grimacing as the gloves were removed, clearly in great pain. Let's quickly look back at the progression of the fight. In the early rounds, Floyd, trying to put on a show, began to reach a dazzling tempo around round 3 when he landed a series of power punches and clearly had Hernandez on the defensive. But by the 6th round, Floyd was exhibiting to those at ringside that he was bothered by a right-hand problem. And this was ruled a knockdown when Floyd put a glove on the canvas in obvious pain after hitting Hernandez. No punch took him to the canvas, but nevertheless, when the glove went down, it was called a knockdown and the referee counted. In the 7th round, Mayweather continued openly to grimace. He constantly switched his stance, southpaw, conventional, mostly southpaw, through the end of the fight, using the right hand, but using it mostly as a rangefinder and a pity-pat scorer rather than delivering punches with authority.
That's how you do it. I know he didn't look good in this fight. That's all I can say. He didn't. That's right, Carlos. Can I tell you something, Larry?
And they're still counting up the scores here in Grand Rapids. You have a sense, George, that this might have been a hard fight for the judges to score?
Yeah, pretty hard because the other guy was aggressive and he saw the other guy screaming into the referee, something, I'm hurting.
Yep.
You have to stop and think about these things.
Let's go up to Michael Buffer and find out if Floyd Mayweather got this win.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards. Peter Trematera scores the bout 119 to 110. Bob Watson has the bout 117 to 110. And Marty Salmon scores at 116 to 112. All 3 judges concur. The winner by unanimous decision and still the undefeated super featherweight champion of the world, Pretty Boy, Floyd Mayweather.
A word of consolation for vanquished challenger Carlos Hernandez. The 3 judges falling right in line with Harold Letterman, so Harold wins the argument about whether it was an easy fight to score. Final CompuBox numbers, and you see Mayweather landed 69 more, threw 156 fewer, landed at a much higher connect percentage than did Hernandez. Jabs. And Mayweather jabbed with both the right hand and the left hand, mostly down the stretch with the right hand, landing 63 out of 207. Hernandez, who landed very few jabs against previous championship level opponent Gennaro Chiquinito Hernandez, landed only 7 of 58 here. And Larry Merchant stands by with the winner and still champion Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Thank you, Jim. Congratulations, Floyd. Rough night to get through.
Oh man, tonight was it was a rough night. Actually, I hurt my left hand, and later on in the fight I hurt my right hand. So I had to try to win the best way I know how. I used my legs, boxing, move. He was tough, but I think if I had both of my hands, I could have, eventually boxed and got him out.
Let's go back to the dressing room. When you came into this fight, how badly were your hands hurting you?
To be honest, Larry, I came into the fight with 2 messed up hands. But I had no excuse. I like to go out there and fight and put on a good show. But like I said, I want to thank God, God for getting me through this. I want to thank God for bringing me where I'm at today. I want to thank Team Mayweather, and I want to thank Grant.
When you were in the dressing room before the fight, I understand that they try to give you some extra tape, but you refused it?
Well, no, they didn't try to give me no extra tape. Yeah. But I just wanted my hand wraps put onto where they feel comfortable. And so I thought, you know, if I had a lot of padding on top, a lot of tape on my wrist, that my hand, you know, I could get.
Did you have to take a shot of Novocaine in either hand or both?
Both.
Both hands?
Both hands.
So when did you start feeling the pain?
Actually, I started feeling the pain like when they called it a knockdown. That's when I hit him and I really felt it bad in my left hand.
All right, let's take a look at what happened there, because there was no punch actually landed. You just went down from the pain and you needed a break? Now watch here. There really wasn't a punch landed. You hit him on the head with your left hand, and that must have really felt. And eventually you went down just, it seemed, to get a break, and they called it a knockdown.
It's a part of boxing, but the main thing is I got through this tonight, and I just give thanks to God. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Here, man.
It looked like in the first 2 rounds you wanted to get him out of there. Was that in part, at least?